Testing, testing. The audio. Testing, testing. Alright, we sound good. I don't have any plans. Was kind of seeing if anyone had anything to do. I couldn't think of anything, and just had a lot of stuff going on in real life around the house. So I'm up for whatever. You're welcome. So if anyone has any suggestions for stuff they might want to see, like I said, I'm open. Open to suggestions. You could always build a group for something, or yeah, after like finishing Tizono was a big thing. I mean, at this point, a lot of the stuff I need is like locked out stuff. Like, started actually doing Omen with a friend. We actually duoed Jin yesterday, which was fun. But you know, limited on tags or canteens, so it can only go in so often. Because yeah, I need a bunch of scales to upgrade stuff. Main things I really want to upgrade is stuff for blue and red mage. Camp Sleeping Lizzie. Could go do that, but that's not really much of anything and not really getting much out of it. Could go fight, was it, the high tier battle Leaping Lizzie, but, or not high tier battle, the Unity fight, but again, that's like a level 75 Unity fight, so that's, again, not very interesting. And that's the interesting thing is like, I was actually thinking about that earlier today. We don't really have like Lotto spawn NMs anymore. Like, I can't even really think of any Lotto spawn NMs post, what's it called? Post Adeline. I mean, the closest we have is kind of like how you can just like pop NMs in Estia, but even that, it's not really Lotto. It's kind of also working off your Vorseals, so yeah, any suggestions for, I'm trying to even think, what would be something good to do? Borrow 50k Gil? No. 50k isn't even that much. What do you need that for? Should be easy enough to go make. I mean, go... If you have Omen canteens, you go do Omen, make a lot more than 50k farming crystals. Go do high tier battles, get some like Betsu or Plutons and stuff, sell them. You gotta pay someone back. So you're gonna borrow money from someone else to pay someone else back. That's a very bad habit. Yeah, I mean, I hope that they do. But there's no reason they really shouldn't put it on the newer consoles coming out. They definitely could support, you know, all the newer stuff. You're only level 30? We'll go get some sparks and sell some shields. Or it's double Unity accolades. You could go sell, turn in your Unity accolades for prize powder and NPC that for money. See, giving people money doesn't teach you how to make your own money. That's not the type of thing I like to do. So yeah. Giving you money empowers you to rely on other people to take care of things for you. Like I said, 50k is not that much. That's 2 shields. That's, what is it? That's about 5k sparks. Or 5k Unity accolades. For, like I said, for you can turn in for prize powders. Do the same thing. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to think what would be something that's interesting with it. Hey Brandon, I've been good. I'm a little tired today, not feeling great today, but it's been pretty good. Yep, I did finish up T-Zona. I already have it afterglowed. At this point, I still need to go clear Dynamis Bastok so I can start R15ing it. Because that's the thing, I've been like looking. For the most part, I don't even really want to use T-Zona unless I need MP. From what I've been playing around. Having an R15 all mace, and you're not really getting much offhanding this because you don't get the MP back or anything. I'm typically going to be better off for just damage, main-handing all mace and off-handing Negling. Although, like when I was doing Omen yesterday, me and my friend were duoing Jin, I was running out of MP and did have to slap it on, so it was extremely useful for that to get MP back. For both on Jin and the mini boss. Yeah, it does. Whatever was it? Expiation. Yeah, very much. It gives similar numbers to Savage Blade. The other interesting thing about it is because with Savage Blade is strength and mind modded, I believe expiation is its strength. Intelligence and dex. So it's kind of interesting mods. So you know, I'm trying to even think what would be if I wanted to farm any gear. What would be something to go farm? That's the thing I managed to do on Xbox, and then O-Chain Almage, thingy. Yeah, that's a lot of Sobek farm. Need to farm with a TP 1K sword. Hi Ross, welcome to the stream. With a quick question, I'm starting Geo and I just got a sold today. I saw the struggle of trying to get through Idris, so I'm not going for Idris. The soul is still able to keep up with Idris. So, no, like, it's nice. So, here, I have one of those also. But, so, nothing's going to compete with Idris. The only thing that can somewhat get up is going to be the JSC neck piece. Because I don't think I have the belt, do I? So, oh, I do have the belt. So see how this has Geomancy +5. That's not Geomancy skill, that's separate. So, I believe Idris has Geomancy +10. What that is that's literally just like buffing all your spells. So, the club doesn't have any Geomancy on it whatsoever. So you do want to make sure you have, if you're not going to have Idris or have the thing, you want to have, was it Donna just for that Geomancy +5, because that's enhancing your spells. The next thing you want to make sure is that your skill is at 900. So basically you want to add together Handbell and Geomancy skill, and you want to make sure your skill is at least 900. You don't need to bother going above 900, because that's where you're going to get the cap for buffs. So you want to be at 900, and then you can start focusing on other things like was it indie closure duration and then like regen for pets or damage taken down for pets, so they're lasting longer. It's a nice club if you don't have Idris, because I think it has skill. Doesn't it increase the duration also? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so your bubbles are going to last 15 seconds longer. It's got some skill on it. So it's definitely nice. I mean, if you're trying to main Geo, I would recommend trying to go for Idris, but obviously it's not something you can rush. Just kind of take your time and do it, but there's no reason you can't play Geo anyway. A 900 Geo is plenty strong. Idris is almost broken. If you really don't want to go for Idris, but you really want to try and be more top end, then I'd recommend picking up the neck piece, because that has like 8 Geomancy skill on it. They don't stack either. It's not like, okay, having Idris and having the neck piece and it pushes it up. It only takes the highest value for that. So, no, it's just me and like the other guys. I also get the, yeah. So like, yeah, the neck piece is nice. I don't think it's quite exactly 6 months, but it's pretty darn close to it. Like 5.5. If you're always making sure you're burning your temperatures or whatever those things are called. So yeah, it's also Idris isn't hard to make. Honestly, that's just the biggest thing, is just the time gate getting to Legend and all the coalitions. So, like I said, if you want to main Geo, I would recommend trying to go through it. I have guides for going through it and making it as easy as possible just to get Legend. So you can follow them. It's just time consuming. But again, there's no reason you can't Geo and get in groups and still perform really well without it. Except I'm not even sure what I want to do. But any suggestions? Make the 1K TP sword. Well, that's one gonna take a while. I could start that, but that's gonna be also somewhat boring. And let me look that up real quick. Imagine sword trials. Alright, here's TP bonus. So 100 burning blades, 200 shining blades, 300 circle blades, 500 savage blades, 500 savage blades, killing blows, and plantoids. And deal 400 damage, 500 times to demons. And the same thing for birds and then vermin. If no one else has any other suggestions, I guess I can start that. There's no way I'm finishing that tonight. I could, so then the question is what job? So, let's look over jobs. So, like, Wars, already well geared, don't really need much. Thieves, well geared, don't really need much. Paladin, same. Bard, same. Blue. Corsair could use some work for range attack stuff. Like, my core's decent at this point for meleeing, but it's not set up for range attack at all. So I would need to get a better weapon. Compensator's not that great for shooting. And then, like I said, I don't really have range attack gear. Scholar's pretty well geared. I started setting up Geomancer, but I'm gonna do that off stream because I'm going to set up guides for that about like getting all the spells, getting all the Geo spells, and then also going through the whole AF thing. And then, yeah, I haven't really done anything with Rune Fencer, so could start another job. If XP campaign was still going, the job I think I was planning on doing next for just getting job points for was going to be Monk. So there's that. I do have the ambuscade hand-to-hand weapons, which are pretty good. I have enough gear between like Blue and Thief and even possibly War that Monk could use that it would be pretty decently geared off the ground. I haven't really looked at what Monk really would need to get, to do really well. So, like I said, could do that if anyone has any suggestions. Any other jobs I didn't mention on there, I haven't really done anything with. Don't really want to do anything with Ninja, since I have cloudchief's ninjas pretty decked out. I do want to gear up Summoner on her at some point without making a Nirvana. Like, I have a well-geared Nirvana on Cloudchief. I did want to make another Summoner on her, but like I said, not do Nirvana. That way it would be an interesting comparison, but that's going to be a lot of stuff. Go do Wings of the Goddess missions? I could do Wings of the Goddess missions. Only thing about that, I'd want to try and get a separate recording, which I could set up to do that. Well, let's see where I'm at in Wings of the Goddess. I'm just doing in the name of the Father, so... I thought we made it farther than that. The thing about it is Wings of the Goddess going to be interesting? I mean, maybe it is for you guys. So, hold on. Let's look. I think I did In the Haze of Glory, which would be the quest. Yeah, so in the Haze of Glory, so if I were to go and do Wings, I would jump in on Dancers in Distress. The other problem, hold on, let me look through this, because the other problem with doing Wings of the Goddess, I know there's game day weights in there, and even sometimes JP Midnight weights, so... Trying to see if there's any soon game day weeks that would make this not worth doing. Okay, so at the quest price of Valor, there's a game day weight. So I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do 7 missions, 4 quests, 2 cutscenes, and a BCNM. Does that sound like something to go through? Alright, Brandon, have a good night. Alright, so Wings of the Goddess or start working on the TP sword. What do you guys think? Pick one or the other. We'll do whichever we get the most votes for. Not everyone speak up at once. Wings of the Goddess. Alright then. Alright. Hold on. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm getting a recording that's not a live stream. I want to record it without a dub over of like me talking during live stream, you know, for guides later on. So, alright, so where do we start? Guess we could always start the sword afterwards also. There we go. So, 4 Wings of the Goddess, no votes for anything else. Alright then. Let's head to Sandy in the past. Yeah, the frame, it does that sometimes. That's, sadly that's my streaming computer. I gotta get it upgraded at some point soon. It's the processor. What? Oh. I'll look into possibly upgrading that for streaming. I might need to clean the computer off too, is the other thing. It is a solid state hard drive, but let me look. Let's see what getting errors. That is a lot of frame rate drops. Editor context menu. There. Let's see if that does any, I told it to prioritize the processor for Streamlabs while it's streaming. So it was set to normal priority. I set it to the highest priority as possible. So let's see if it's a little smoother now. I don't know, I need to sit down and spend like some time with Streamlabs, just messing with it. Actually maybe build some overlays and stuff. It looks better to me. Seems less choppy. I do need to get a better computer anyway, though. It's an old i5 laptop. It's like probably about 5 years old at this point. If I was actually aware of that setting, it's funny because it said it, because it was giving me an error saying it was having frame rate drops, and it was like, you can set it to higher preference, but, or higher priority. Alright, so... i6 and Jugner. Hey Ricardo, welcome to the stream. But my lord. That was weird. Oh, I remember this. She's like hiding to try and catch Kate Sith. See, I'm trying to remember how far I got in Wings on Cloudchief. I never did finish. Was it? I don't know, because back in like 75 days with it going on and how slow they were releasing the story and just everything that was going on, and just kind of like, it felt like for the most part lack of content. It just didn't keep interest on me. The story seems somewhat interesting, but... Wait, do I not? No. I know there's like a bunch of different things going on. So you obviously have the war going on. With all the races of Vana'diel and then like the Beastmen and the Shadow Lord and all that stuff. But then there's other stuff going on too with like the timelines with Kate Sith, and I can't even think with the like I said, I never got far enough to really even know some of the bad guys that are more dealing with that. I know in the one BCNM you see the ones that are they're wearing like the purple red mage AF. They're like Falmors, so Lilith as well. See, I don't know anything about her. Didn't get that far. I know you want to get through so you can do the high tier battle for her for the armor. Because I know the armor from that is ridiculous. Where am I going? I'm going to I6? I6. Another interesting thing is if I'm going to be making guides for all this, which I have a decent amount of time before I need to worry about that, I need to do all the quest lines too. Well, you did technically catch a cat. I consider Mithras cats. Oh yeah, Sandworm, that was a fun fight. Ixion was fun too. I remember back on Valifor in 75 days, probably for like a week and a half, our Link Show were the only ones that was claiming Dark Ixion. And killing it, which was funny too, was because there was like other H&M shells who were out there like complaining. They're like, hey, why don't you guys share? It's like, you guys don't share, you know, Fafnir and King Behemoth and stuff like that. It's like they're like, just leave us alone. We'll get tired of camping it soon enough, and you guys can have it all you want. It's just funny. It's funny too. I think like the first 3 kills, I was the one who always killed it. Got like the final kill shot. I was the one coming out on Ranger. I was claiming it a lot of the time too. I was like one of the only people, because I had ninja leveled, who had throwing skill capped. Since you gotta, throw that stupid thing at it to claim it. Or it just runs away. I know Cannonball was strong because it was, what, range? You just wanted to buff your defense? Lutheran child. Who doesn't like culinary delights? I don't remember. What color is Kate's eyes? I want to say either yellow or green. I like how it was looking. Oh, they are green. I don't know. See, looking at that right there, it's kind of like a greenish yellow. So, but it's definitely not yellow like the sun. Yes, yellow green. Getting mixed answers here. Like I said, it looked like it was a greenish yellow to me. Okay, so where do we get this doll? We're getting one at some point. So apparently it drops off of orcs in Battaglia Downs in the present. Alrighty then. It's kind of weird. Why do orcs in Battaglia Downs have a doll? Let's do this. This is fine, but I'm gonna move the hand over here. I'll try to set it in the past, but then again, it's not near a book. What region is it again? It's gonna be sandy based, so. What do you mean I live on the edge of the battle music? You talking in the past? That's just music because campaign was going on. I've always really liked Windy, personally. I don't know, I like the outside, the open space. I know a lot of people didn't like it because of just, one, it's confusing. And it is a little bit confusing until you get used to it. Let me make sure. Oh, so it's not even any of those. Actually, the Knight Rider. So Knight Rider, Impaler, Brawler, Beast Rider are the ones that drop it according to this. Well, fighters don't have it. Brawlers do, though. Actually, I don't even know if I can get. Or, no, I can't get that. Make sure there weren't any up the cliff that I can't get to. I had to get, there we go. I have to complain, I was like, I had to get the worst one. The other ones you could, the other items that you could randomly get were you can pick up off the auction house. That's not food. So what that is, it's a buff you can get from the Goblin at Rising Jima. Basically, it converts capped merit points to what? I don't even want to remember how you pronounce it. So basically, once you're capped on merit points, if you have that buff, it automatically converts them over to this. And you can buy things with this. Namely, if you get 25,000, you see I only need 6,500 more merit points, and I could get a pulse weapon, which is used to upgrade the ambuscade weapons to their final form. So if you go to the Goblin and you pay him 100 beads, he'll give you that buff that lasts for 72 hours. 72 hours of logged in time, so. Yeah, that would suck. Farming in the wrong. I've done that before, not with that, but with like, I'm trying to even think what exactly I've done for. Oh, I remember way back when, and we're still like low level. Like, I mean, I might have been like 60 white mage, so that's not really low level. 175 was the cap, but I remember trying to farm. What is it? Carbuncle rubies, so we could go unlock Summoner with people who were in my link shell. And this film was like, oh, they dropped off of leeches, and they said, and I heard a good place to do it was in the maze. So go there, and I'm like, okay, I know where they're at. And I'm going and I'm fighting goblin leeches, so the white mages, thinking that that was it. And we were there doing it for like a while, and then the person who even suggested it was like, I think it's supposed to be like the regular leeches, not goblins. I was like, oh. Remember that sucked. Yeah, sorry, I had to travel through time. So they are green. I mean, there's definitely some yellow in that, but it's definitely not yellow like the sunshine. Kind of like googly eyes going on. No, farming gil is really easy. I need to make an updated guide, but there's, I have a guide on my channel. You can just look. It was for, was it 2019? That's a lot of cases. But no, it's a variety of methods. Typically, the best way to farm is farm things that people use to upgrade weapons with. That's the best way to make money. Farming crystals and omens really good. Doing high tier battles on very difficult, so you're getting like plutons, boulders, and that type of stuff's good money. The one thing that has changed in the guide is I recommend really doing sparks and accolades. You can make money off of that, but now that there's a cap on that, that limits that. Ambuscade's a great way to make money. Spamming out ambuscade and then turning around and selling the alexandrite or whatever else if you don't need it. Heavy metal plates, rift draw, cinder, that's all good money. That's the proper way to treat a cat. Yeah. I did that on a live stream, so the, if you have something that's decent for blink tanking with Unsasumi, Tensen's pretty easy. Also, same thing with Unsasumi tanking is, you can do really good with, the Ultima Omega fight, although typically you would still want to summon a backup tank, because they do hate resets, so that way they're not going after your support. They'll just turn to the other tank. That's really good. The Avatar fights aren't too bad. I was definitely doing, like soloing Fenrir for drops. I'm trying to think what other look over. I mean, some of the high tier battles are tough. Like, I know, like, Dawn's really freaking tough. Hits you with a lot of magic, can wipe out your trusts. Shadow Lord's challenging, but not too difficult. I haven't really messed with... what is it? Camelot. I haven't really done anything with him. It wasn't really interesting. Taru's pretty easy to solo. Hume can be difficult because of Mage and Gakuri. Mithra is a challenge, although I have soloed her on difficult and very difficult, but you have to worry about Charm. Also, Cloud Splitter hurts. I've soloed the Elven, but I've done that on Ninja, basically making sure I'm keeping up Migawari, so that way if she does, I can't remember, it's like Arrogant something, it's basically Spirits Within. That's challenging. Golka's not too bad, again, but Blink tanking's good. Yeah, I'll add Narshi, he's a pain in the ass. I've not done salvage. Yeah, One to Be Feared's pretty easy. Warrior's Path isn't too bad. You have Rune Fencer, subbing Rune Fencer, you can focus on keeping up stuff for whatever avatar fights you do. Like Ifrit, Leviathan, and Titan are typically the 3 best to go for. The other 3, you know, dealing with like stun and shock spikes, or ice spikes and paralyze are annoying. So like Shiva and Rama are annoying. Like I said, Fender is not too bad. I haven't done Awakening Beast. Diablo is a pain in the ass just because of Nightmare. And I can't really speak to the other ones. So, but yeah, you definitely can. There definitely are soloable if you're decently geared. So yeah, this guy. I don't know what's the deal with this guy at all. Well, if you have Bard leveled, you should be able to get in groups pretty easily. Well, the newer high tier battles, so like Odin, Kate Sith, Lilith, can't remember, there was one other, oh, Alexander. Those are, from my understanding, extremely tough. I've done Odin a few times, and it is, like I said, it's pretty tough. So, I wouldn't expect someone to solo anything past even difficult on the newer high tier battles that recently came out, unless you're like top end. That's what I would like to know. Alright, what next? Alright, so back to Sandy. Yeah. Still gotta grind out Wings of the Goddess. It is something I should get done, though. Am I going the wrong way? Really? You gotta go through the 3 mage door? There's multiple ways to open that. I mean, you can do with the 3 mages, but Windy 3-2, you can get the portal charm that can get you in there. You could also have someone, there's now survival guides behind the door. So anyone who has it could port there and then open the door for you behind it, or anyone could just go with you as a portal charm and open it. So you should be able to continue it, just have to get someone to help you. Or like I said, if you can switch switch nations and then you can get a portal charm. Well, I think like I said, I think it's 3-2. Have to look. Alright, so. Oh, I gotta go to normal save. Now that I'm looking, no, I gotta farm an item. I'm gonna go back. There's no point in doing that. Let's literally go back to where we just were. I gotta farm an item. Hey Cosmonaut, welcome to the stream. I think I'm definitely in the wrong area. Yeah. Find wandering saplings. They're probably gonna be up in the northeast part of the map. Any. Shouldn't have poured it out. Hi Kevin, welcome to the stream. Nice. All right. So I gotta come back here. G6. Laura, still looking for. Oh. Always like pre-farming. Well, yeah, it takes that long for trees to grow. Grrr. Alright, so... Yeah, so... I don't remember this, doing this on cloudchief, so I'm guessing, like, the Kate Sith, like, cutscene we just had, that had to be where I, like, stopped doing it then. On cloudchief. So I think I'm getting into, because yeah, I don't remember this at all. We're getting into uncharted territory for Wings of the Goddess for me, which isn't even that far in. I don't know, I didn't look. I haven't looked at what the rewards are, so I don't know. I can go look. I think I saw that, what is it? You can get devious dies and, what's it called? That might be your best use of points. Here, give me a minute and I'll go look and can tell you what I think is the best. Hey Salmon, welcome to the stream. No, I have it, as you can probably see, I'm like afterglowed right now. So I already have it done. I still need to clear Dynamis Bastock so I can start R15ing it, but other than that, no, it's, like I said, I already have it afterglowed. The thing about it is, since I have all mace R15'd and then negling, considering it's lacking in power, it's not really worth it using for damage. The only time I would really get use out of it is if I need MP, which I have done stuff. As I was saying earlier, I did duo Jin with a friend, And when MP was getting low, I slapped it on, and then there was no more MP problems for me. So at this point, it's mostly utility. Once I get R15, then that'll obviously change. But that's where it's at now. It is nice though. It's comparable to Savage Blade. Oof. Can I easily just ride around? I don't know if I can. I might need to go to Devoid. Or outside of there. Or was it La Valve or what do they call it? I don't know. So I'm gonna call it Devoid. Yeah, that's what I thought. Son of a gun. Okay. Well, so here's the thing. It is, once it's R15, because you got, so here, I'll show you. Because it gets something, when it's fully upgraded with R15, it gets like plus 18 damage. I think it's 18 damage, it gets like 30 magic accuracy and 30 accuracy, and then it's like 15% expiation damage, I think is what the augments. So if you look, so it's 158, and then so that's would be 163. So we're talking 163 base damage, plus I'm getting like 70 dex, plus it's also augmenting CDC by 10%, and that's even more so than what CDC is getting augmented. Although I don't think CDC does get augmented. I think it's only, was it relics and mythics get augmented, increasing the damage for their weapon skill, but obviously it would increase it even more. So you're talking like 163 damage compared to 147, or if we talk negling, that's 166. So, like I said, so right now it is lacking, and like I said, and I've even tested it a little bit and seen, it is lower damage using this currently. Now, again, you add 18 damage to it after it's augmented. Well, now that's, you know, that flips the script there. So, like I said, right now it's mostly utility for if I need MP. Once it's R15, then it's going to be the main weapon I would be using. So again, you're comparing an R15 weapon to a non-R15 weapon. Oh, the R15 weapon's going to win out pretty much every time. I mean, that's kind of like trying to compare an Afterglow relic to a non-Afterglow relic. The Afterglow relic's gonna, again, win every time. Just the damage and stat increases are just that much better. So it's not fully upgraded yet, but we're almost there. Like I said, the big thing's gonna be I'm not a huge fan of Sequence. I have it on cloudchief. I mean, it is a nice weapon and all, but considering the main weapon skill off of that is, was it Requicast, and it's a great utility weapon skill. It's great because it ignores, the mob's defense. So there's definitely utility times that you want to use it, but all in all, you're just going to be typically getting better damage, doing Savage Blade or CDC or, whatever else. You're going to typically do better than... I'm probably saying that wrong also. Yeah, Requiscat. Requiscat. I'm going the wrong way. So, I mean, the big thing that's nice about the about Aeonics is the TP bonus. So you get the 500 TP bonus, and then I think like the store TP. It's also decently high damage. Also, getting being able to do Radiance or Umbral is pretty good too, because typically when that goes off, that's really good damage. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad weapon, but I would probably make a bunch of other Aeonics on her first before making one of those. Especially having, fully upgraded all mace and then negling. I wouldn't see any reason to rush out and make Sequence. I mean, whenever I finally get around to trying to set up a group and get my Chango, because all I need is, I think 6 tier 4s and that's done. I would then want to start working on the Heart. Since I have Bard now leveled, I have 4-song Harp, but I don't have Honor March, so that would probably be the next Aeonic I would work on. I'm trying to think what's going to be the best way to get here in presence. Probably just go to the outpost. Ooh. Probably not gonna make it, but let's see if we can. Notice there is a game day wait here. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Especially, do I have a warp scroll? Don't think I do. Yeah, no, there's no way I'm gonna make it. Sadly, it looks like we're gonna be ending here then. So I was afraid of, like I said, there's too many game day waits. It's understandable. She's gotta concoct a potion. That's gonna be time consuming. Yeah, we'll see if I even kill the NM in time. Might not even make it there in time. Yeah, the Empyrean Great Axe is on cloudchief. Nice. Yeah, it's definitely worth getting your climbing gear as early as possible. It makes the game so much easier and faster. I should do that. I should live stream Breath of the Wild. I haven't played that in a couple years. Like I said, there's a bunch of games I want to start streaming more so. I think once I get things figured out with what I'm doing, whether I'm moving or not, and what's going on with that, I'll probably start streaming more. Start doing it on other days, other games. Yeah. If you're gonna be using war, instead of doing that, get the single-handed axe. The thing does decimation does ridiculous damage. I hit 30k decimations, like not getting buffs from it, not getting support, just my own buffs. I will hit 30k decimations. It's absurd. I'm not saying you hit it every time, but I mean it's very easy to hit 5 figures. With it. It's definitely better than the Great Axe in my opinion. I mean, by all means, make the Great Axe also, but I would make the axe first personally. The house on fire. Alright, well, I mean, that's all I can do for Wings of the Goddess. How many merits do I have? These people were talking about high tier battles. Whoops. Sorry for your guys' ears. Mic drop. So, I mean, it was just kind of playing it by ear. We were just doing Wings of the Goddess, but we just hit a time wall. So, literally can't do anything till the next game day. So, we're basically done with Wings of the Goddess now. I think I'll go do a Fenrir and then a. I'll do a Fenrir, then I'll hop on War. I'll go do what's it called? One to be Feared, soloing that on VD. Then I'll go get some cap my merit points, and I'll probably call it a night at that point. 'Cause I haven't been feeling great today. So for Fenrir, it's gonna be yeah, I was doing this for a while for, was I going for the, it's like a fast cast body piece. It has some other nice things on it. I think that's what I was farming this for. Really don't know why this, like, you, like, freeze up for this BCNM for, like, 30 seconds before the thing pops up. But I missed what you were saying in response to my comment like 5 minutes ago. We were talking about... no, so what I was saying is you would be better off rather than making the Ambuscade Great Axe. I mean, by all means, make that. But I would, if you're going to be using War, make the Axe. That'll actually be good when I go to do one to be feared. Yeah. You'll see how much that does with doing decimation. Let's just go full support. Don't even really need the bards because I can keep Mighty Guard up. In my melee spell set, don't have phalanx, I don't think. But Koromora should take care of it. No, not really. I'm pretty sure it's strength modded. Plus, then you can like dual wield. Like, you'll see. I'll show you my set when I hop on. Are being pretty good on cures. Trying to do darkness. Try to 6 CDC and keep doing light. Which, again, that would be better off with, main-handing all mace. Then again, this keeps my, heal. do love Mombrix. It's so quick when removing status effects. Paralyzed could have potentially been a problem. And that's a win. So my recommendations for nice, got a bunch of parcels too. So my recommendations for blue, for learning magic is don't even try and learn magic, or if you're gonna learn, go what is it? Go to West Saruta Baruta, like all the way at the south west side of the zone. There's a tower. You go in the tower. Can't remember what the name of the runes are, but there's Cardidians there. Like fight there, especially because there's low level ones and they level up. So if you can start fighting ones. You do need some skill is the other thing. I'm trying to. I think you need some skill to learn it. Hold on. I'm trying to remember, because I remember I had that problem. So if you have other jobs, if you can, maybe get some spell books and learn a little bit of blue magic. Because you need some skill. It's low level, though, so obviously you could learn level 1 spells. So Pollen, Sand Spin, and Foot Kick. But what level is... Let's see. So Bludgeon is what I'm talking about. That's level 18. So maybe get to like level 20. Use some books, and then get like Bludgeon. At like that point, I wouldn't even worry about it. I'd get all the way up to like level 99. At that point, go and get go and do the artifact quest. And where is it? So this is obviously the leveled up version. But so as soon as you get the artifact hands, see it says chance to learn blue skill. Now these are like the upgraded 114. 119 version. This is even like the +2, but even just the like level, I don't even remember. It's probably like 56 AF. Like that still is going to up your chance to learn blue skill. So you could stop when you get in that range for that. But then you could keep going up to 99, and then you could all go ahead and like at least, if nothing else, +1 it. And then you can easily learn spells with the hands, and then just go around and get spells. I think it's much easier than trying to keep getting spells as you level up. That just get a couple spells, so that way as you're leveling up, you can be spamming the spells to get skill. And like I said, Bludgeon's really good because it's a 3-hit, so you can get decent skill ups with that while you're leveling up. And then even when you're 99, you can just spam it. It's a low magic cost, so you can keep doing it until you cap your skill. And then, yeah, so... And then I recommend just getting the hands and then go and learn spells. You'll have a substantially easier time learning spells. One, especially if you go and just cap your skill at 99 before you're trying to really learn any spells, you're already there. Then you don't need to worry about skill. You can just go and learn whatever spells you want in kind of whatever order you want, because obviously you can learn them all because you'll be 99. Obviously, back in the day, I wouldn't have recommended doing that, but now that we have trusts and you can level up so fast, I definitely recommend doing it that way. I think it's much faster and easier going about it that way. So, considering you can basically have your trust level up for you, you just need to engage, and then you can just stand there and do nothing, and they'll kill mobs for you to get XP. Obviously, it's going to be much faster if you're helping and contributing in there, but... Alright, so... I mean, here's the thing. You say, I mean, you can, and if there is a spell you really want, and there's mobs around your level, by all means go and go fight them and try and learn it. But the thing about it is, I wouldn't sit there and like grind trying to learn spells. I would more just try and level up. You're going to learn spells as you're going anyway. They might not be the spells you want, but you're going to learn spells just getting to 99 anyway, just because mobs are going to do spells and you will learn. I'm just saying, getting to 99, capping your skill at that point, and then getting the AF hands is going to just substantially speed up the whole learning process. Plus, then, once you're at that point, you can focus just on learning spells. So it's like, okay, what's the next spell I want to learn? Okay, let me go find that mob. Plus, you could spend, like, a lot of time in, like, a Abyssia or something like that. Just at that point, get, like, level 1 weapons, and, yeah. Go feed some TP on the mobs, and that would be my recommendation. Alright, so let's go do one defeat here. So as for war, so I'm pretty sure it's a strength modded. Let's see by here. Yeah. Like most war stuff is strength modded, although what's it called is vit modded, upheaval. But yeah, like I said, decimation's real nice. So do Sidewinder at level 1, that would be pretty cool. Good night, Darius. One to be feared. So, actually, was it? Now, if I'm remembering correctly, because I resummoned Trust between fights. So, this one I want to tank. Because he weaknesses. Now here's the worry that he, okay, Ion Flux isn't bad. Really? Pulling 8 to come over here. Get it away from the trusts. There we go. Not even using the Zerk and hitting 10k. One thing about Decimation 2 is you basically just want to go at 1k. Want to be going at 1k because the mod for it is accuracy. So more TP just gives it more accuracy. So it's like if you have decent accuracy already, building TP if you're using Axe or Decimation doesn't really benefit you. So you argue it's a good thing and a good thing slash bad thing. Good thing because then you don't need to wait. You can just always go at 1k. Bad thing because you're not getting TP overflow. You're not getting any bonuses. Good, I was like, I'm just helping my state. We're definitely gonna have to rest. So I don't need a second tank for this guy because he doesn't need reset. Not really. I mean, I'd start saving either money or start making sure you're doing like ambuscade or jumping on if and when any Void Watch stuff comes for heavy metal plates, because that's the biggest hurdle in my opinion, is the 1500 heavy metal plates. Other than that, no. I mean, it's just I hope you have either War or Nin level that is able to like hit at least like 70% of the red procs, so that way you're getting to the NMs relatively quickly. Other than that, no, there's not really much advice can give for Empyreans. It's just a grind. a lot of, you know, NM farming. But, yeah, having Thief and having either Nin or Warrior with most of the red crops is going to make it go the quickest. So, hi, Zach Man, welcome to the stream. Sorry if you've been in here for a minute. Obviously, it was a little focused doing the BCNO. I'll go at 1k TP or 1k HP in my tank set. I don't think he's gonna throw anything at me with 3 shadows that should do more than 1k damage as a starting TP move, just because they do have regain. Get one more tick in there. Oh, nice. He just does shield. Really easy. Come on. Ace 2, not ace. Dispelling. Good should arguably put on Great Axe and full break, then switch back to Axe. What the? That was a breath move. Well, that sucks, but... Oh, that's a good call. Gives a little regen. Now I want to retry it. What was one to be feared? What? I mean, that had to be a breath move. It's ridiculous too. Kernel AoE. It does actually just AoE kernel and it petrifies. Deals earth damage and petrifies. I honestly don't get why that like wrecked me so bad. I don't think I've ever had that happen. It's not even a breath move. fine. Feel free to ask any questions. Was it? No, well, I mean, the thing about it is, unless you're doing, like, decimation, you're not really getting very good damage out of the axe, in my opinion, otherwise. I should be trying to skill chain, because that's honestly where you're getting also the big bonus with the thing, but, like, here, I'll use the great axe. Should then sub Sam, but I'll use it this time. I don't think I've set up a Steel Cyclone macro for it though. Or did I? Did I just not rename it? Yeah, like I said, I like the axe a lot more than the great axe, but oh, no problem. We didn't really have anything else on the agenda for tonight, so I don't mind. Like I said, just, you know, jumping around. You know what? Let's go with Getcha. Let's make sure I summon all trust this time. Don't know what happened with all me. That way I don't have a ninja tank helping out. Really? Let's see the damage difference. Can I get some buffs, guys? I did not mean to berserk. I'm gonna drop that. That's gonna be a problem. doing pile pitch. This is pretty much done. Shredding my shadows compared to last time. Keep up on this rate. 7 seconds stun? Oh, lovely. Yep, here's pile pitch. And my healer's gone. Yeah, this is done. This is why you want 2 tanks. give it one more try. I'll use the Elven again rather than Geshu. I'm using a controller. I actually use a PS2 controller with a USB adapter. You can typically just go on eBay and type in, you know, PS2 to USB, and you can get them for like $4 off of eBay. So we'll give it one more try, and then I'm gonna call it a night after that win, lose, or draw. But yeah, I mean, I obviously have a keyboard also, but I mean, I only use that, you know, when I need to type something. I need to write macros or talk to someone, otherwise I'm always on controller. I typically just do, I like just lounging back and just using controller, because this is normally what I like to do, just sit on the couch. Sit on the couch and game. I should make a full break macro. I don't even know what that's modifying. Well, I mean, depending on what's going to be best is going to depend on your gear. So, Yukon is strength modded, where Upheaval is Vit modded. So, I mean, it also is going to come down to my gear. Like, I don't have the best Vit gear for weapon skill. I mean, it's okay. My strength gear is pretty good. Like we can take a quick look at it real quick before starting the BCNM. I haven't worked on my, I've been working on Blue and Bard lately. I haven't really done anything with my war as of late. Whenever I get around to doing all the tier 4s and actually get Chengo, I'll probably then, you know, put a lot more focus on getting it top end. Okay, that didn't change right. Why is that staying? Okay, so why is that in storage? Interesting. Well, let me go get that. And actually, do I even have space? This is the other problem. There we go. I got some in there. This is why it's good to check your macros every once in a while. I've also had issues with rings, like if you have, say, your TP set one ring on one finger, and then in your weapon skill set, you're still using that ring, but you have it set in the set swap for your other ring. That can, like, screw up your ring. Same thing with earrings. Have this where you're straight up missing. Missing pieces. I want to know why I had that in storage. What the heck? gotta take some time, clean out my gear. Speaking of that, actually what's I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make a video on it and I'll post it at some point. But I decided cauliflower at this point is getting too strong to kind of be like, you know, classified for like a new and returning player type stuff, because a lot of what I was doing with her, since she was obviously, you know, a mule and leveling her up, where is it? I thought I saw it was in storage. So, whatever. Oh, okay, so it's in Mog House too. So I could have just stayed in tab, whatever. So anyway, so what I was trying to say is that, so what I plan on doing, because for like one thing, I never leveled up my trusts. Like I did the quest, but I never turned it in. And I'll show that whenever I make this video. Like, I'll actually go turn in the quest. I'll do, like, a timestamp. So you'll see from the server what date and time it is. And I'll turn in the quest. But since I'm trying to do a lot more top-end stuff with her, and she has a lot of high-end stuff, doing, like, the testing I was in, like, Sparks gear and stuff like that, I don't think she's good to do it with anymore. So my plan is, come the next XP window, I will reactivate new player. So anyone who's been seeing like my new player guides, will literally the character's name is new player. So I'll level her up, and I'll go ahead and make sure I do missions, so it's like I can get her to rise in Gma. But the plan for her is, I'm not going to put any job points in anything. I will put merits in, but I'm not going to give any jobs any merit points. And basically she's only going to be in like Sparks gear. I'll get her some like Alluvian skirmish gear, and I'll get her like Baled gear, and maybe a couple other small things. I might try and do some ambuscade with her too. We'll get the ambuscade gear, but I'll make sure I have like the NQ set and +1 set, so that way it'll be a good mix for like a new player to test for content. So for like Unity NMs, high tier battles, and like Gay Fate NMs, I think she'll be much better for testing, because like I said, at this point, you know, I have a bunch of jobs mastered on her, so I just don't think she's a good fit anymore, and I'd rather have my trust leveled up, since I'm trying to like solo and duo Omen bosses and Vigari and stuff like that. So I think trying to make her as strong as possible at this point is going to be better, and then literally having a mule that's her whole point, is to, again, for testing and seeing how low you can be to do certain content. That's what you know, new player will be for. I'm not trying to go to add-on. So that's kind of my plan, where I'm going to be going forward with that. Nice. So what I mean by XP window is, I guess that's actually a bad thing, because typically when people say XP window, they're referring to when it's gain XP for the Records of Eminence. So I guess saying that was technically improper. What I meant to say is during the next XP campaign. So when you get double to triple the amount of XP when you're getting XP chains. So when that happens, I'll start leveling up new player during the XP campaign. And then I can start using her for testing for that. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that they helped. Also, if you're trying to get gear and you're like trying to solo, oh, and I did the wrong thing. Okay, well, let's go. We'll do Warrior's Path. But I'm like, why am I seeing mobs above me? Ew. No, I just want full support for this. This fight's annoying, but it's not very difficult, although the Tarus can be annoying. If you're trying to do this and you're not, like, you know, super buff for doing it, as long as you can have, like I said, someone you can blink tank with shadows is decent, and then someone who can just sleep the Tarus. If you do that, that makes this fight super easy. It's really easy to duo if you can pull off that type of combo. One thing to be aware of with him, I can't remember what he'll do something at one point and he starts skill chaining. If he actually gets skill chains off, he will just, like, end the fight. Like, he'll just straight up win. He does essentially like Radiance, and you just straight up win. So you definitely want Shadows to break it up. All the way back. Really? What? Okay, that's BS. Diaga definitely landed before. This isn't great. Ideally, I'd want Sam also. But definitely want Ninja for these fights. Because, I mean, I'm not getting TP anywhere near fast enough to skill chain. If I had Hasso, I would not be Plus, you don't have to slow down your TP game spellcasting either. Is the other thing. I'm gonna switch back to Axe. What? Come on! Stupid gospels! Great, and I hit that damage limit. That's the other annoying thing about this is like you can only do like a certain amount of damage to him a certain amount of time, and he just like stops taking damage for a certain amount of time. This is the problem. Here we go. He didn't even do with it, but yeah. So. Well, it's not just him. Honestly, he doesn't wipe shadows out that fast by himself. It's the fact that you have the Tarus casting spells on you the whole time while that's going on. Interesting, too. I see that he... Oh, wait. He killed me, and then he did... I would have died anyway. Because that's the move right here. Where, I mean, I was, like, already dead. Yeah, because it says I fall to the ground. Then he does that move. If he would have landed that move and I didn't have shadows up, that would have just been a wipe anyway, even if I was at full HP. So... Alright. I'm not going to do him again. We'll go and do one to be feared, and then... Like you can definitely do it, but you know, doing obviously VD solo is possible. You want me to try on blue? I guess I could try on blue. We could go do one to be feared on blue. That'll be interesting. Especially since I'm not going to be able to... Well, I mean, if I sub war, I can Voke. Yeah, let's give blue a try. My blue probably is stronger than my war at this point, just because I haven't put work into it. I mean, obviously my war is going to do more, just straight up raw damage, and it can tank a little better. But blue just has so much utility. Plus, I don't have to rely on any outside help for haste. Let's go. Let's switch it up. We're gonna do Negling Almace. MP gets low, I'll slap on T-Zona, but well, it's not just, it's, so, damage would obviously keep hate for Ultima. The problem is, for Ultima. The problem is Omega. When you get him below 25% and he starts doing pile pitch, if you're not careful, he's just going to go off and go wreck your support. And that's honestly the biggest problem. So you want to be able to hold, or not hold, you want to be able to grab hate because you're going to get a hate reset after he does pile pitch. It's basically throat stab. So the other problem is it's gonna take me a minute to get the hate off of Elven. I was even struggling on war, and I have like over 100 immunity in like my Voke set, so don't want Mombrex for this. I don't even really need. Go anyway. Jokin would be fine because he helps support. Only is not really going to help much. Just kind of a wasted slot. We didn't use it like the first time that we at least killed our Mega. Like I said, this is going to be hard to get beat. Actually, I just set it up MP. My MP's already zapped. See if I get a devotion real quick, otherwise I am gonna have to I gotta switch back. Literally no MP. I don't even know, is he like draining MP? Now, like I said, counter. So, like, you really, I mean, could do it probably as blue, but I'd probably need to sub Nin. You really do want Unsusumi for this, because, as you can see, it was just shredding the blink. And that just was not working well for this. Like, so, this is definitely, like, you know, ninja or subbing ninja-esque fight. Do I look at 14 as an MMO? I mean, 14's weird. I look at 14 as Final Fantasy Arcade. That's kind of like my take on 14 and how I call it. I always call it like Final Fantasy Arcade. Because, you know, it's kind of jump in, you go do some events with some people, and then you know, move on. Like, Duty Finder's nice on the one hand, but like, I played 14 for a while, and it's enjoyable, but the thing that I hate about 14, and this is, you know, always come back to, I hate the constant, vertical progression. I mean, what's the item level now? It's like 500? It's like you're level 80, but your item level is 500, and it's just when you go and play the game, you have to basically be playing the game as a part-time job to try and stay top end. And then 2 months later, there's all new gear, and you got to spend, again, you get basically like a part-time job just to keep up. And you can only ever keep like 1-2 jobs at top end level just because of how they have the progression. So you're always chasing that like proverbial carrot. So I don't like that constant vertical progression. The thing that was always great about 11 in my head is it's always been horizontal progression. There's never been this big jump in the bar where everything changes. Of course, that did change with Abyssia and then when Adeline came out. So those are the two times in 11's history when they changed it from horizontal progression to vertical progression. And you notice that's when most people had an exodus from 11, was when they switched it to the vertical progression. I stuck around when they introduced Abyssia, although I do remember basically saying when they were announcing they were like raising the level cap, it was like, no, don't raise the level cap. I was against it, knowing that, you know, again, you're going to replace all your gear. Again, you're changing it to the vertical progression. And then I did leave when Adeline came out, because when they're like, oh, we're going to be doing item level stuff, I'm like, yeah, no. Like, it was one thing because your 75 gear was at least relevant for a while and could even still be somewhat relevant at 99. But, when you're having item level gear, it's like, no, that means all your gear is going to be replaced. And I'm glad I skipped that whole, like, oh, now we get to item level 103, now 107, now, you know, 111 or whatever, 113. Like, so I only came back once everything was 119 and everything stayed at 119, so, yeah. Exactly, that's what I don't like about 14, and that's why I don't want to do it. Like I said, you just feel you're never at a good spot in terms of gear progression, in my opinion. Well, the aftermath is just, like, basically occasionally attack 2 or 3 times is all the aftermath was. If you're talking about the MP, that's just the base weapon, just from doing damage. You don't need the aftermath to get the MP back. I'm not sure if you were talking about my swing speed or if you were talking about the MP. Because you don't need aftermath for the MP regain, if that's what you're referring to. Well, I think the big straw that broke the camel's back for me was, so when Heaven's Ward came out, I thought Heaven's Ward was pretty good and I was enjoying it. I was wondering, because they kept saying, oh, we're going to be doing something with the weapons, because at that point I had made like 4 or 5 Zodiac weapons. I even made more, I can't remember what tier, because they always like changed what it was. It wasn't like Relic, and then it was like Nova, and then it was something else. But that was all part of the Zodiac weapons. But I had made, like, you know, multiple Zodiac weapons, and was even working on more, thinking, oh, okay, at some point we're going to upgrade these. And then when they introduced whatever the new weapons were in Heaven's Ward, one, I was upset that it was like so late. Like, Heaven's Ward had been out like 6 months before they introduced the new ultimate weapons. So once they introduced that, I'm like, why did you guys not introduce this like a month or 2 into Heaven's Ward? I'm like, you wait this long, and now I gotta start the whole process again. I remember a lot of it was like the Atma farming. It wasn't Atma, but it was like Atma farming, which was annoying. And the other thing is, it was like, oh, you can basically destroy your Zodiac weapon to skip one step in the new process into making your new ultimate weapon. I'm like, no, I'm done with this game. I'm like, you're gonna go through that. Like, I literally spent a ton of time building Zodiac weapons, and now you're basically, and I get it, they did give you a thing so you kept it as like a glamour piece, so it's like I could still glamour my Zodiac weapon. But I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm gonna trash all this work just to skip one step in the new ultimate weapon. I'm like, here you go, SE. I'm done. You're not getting any more money from me for 14. I'm done. That was, like I said, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Was that, so. So. Oh, the swing speed? Well, the swing speed's just from, like, I mean, it's multiple things. It's the gear. Nice thing that I do like about blue is that I can self-cap haste. Between Erratic Flutter and then Mighty Guard, you just cap haste. Yeah, the swing speed is nice, but I mean, I'm not sure if you saw, I literally had 1 MP there. I put T-Zona on, and after that, MP, I mean, it obviously took a second to get enough up to cast, but obviously at that point it wasn't an issue. Like, I'm gonna love the thing when I finally get it R15. I gotta get Bastop cleared though. But Once that's done, that thing's R15, and that thing's basically gonna be in my main hand 98, 99% of the time. It's gonna be Smexy. Yeah, exactly. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but yeah, 14 is very linear. Where like 11 is and it isn't. It's weird. Like, it is linear and stuff that you kind of have to do, but they leave it open-ended and you don't have to, you know, you can jump around and do stuff. Plus with all the different story, all the different story missions. Because the thing about it is, with 14, each expansion, the story mission leads into the next. And unless you're like doing that where you can pay to like level up your character and skip like all the missions, well then you're missing all the old mission content. You're gonna be somewhat lost in the story if you do that. I get it. They're like, oh, so if you have if I've been playing for a long time and I have a friend who's never played, they can immediately start doing content with me if they do the pay skip and all that stuff. But again, you're gonna get lost. They're gonna be lost in the story, lost with what's going on. Like each expansion like weaves into the next. So it's like if I started playing the game with a new character, even if I somehow, you know, like did fates and didn't do the story at all and leveled up to level cap, then I wanted to start going through like missions. I would have to start with whatever was in the original game. Then I think, what is it? Then do Heaven's Ward. Then do, it's not Shadow, or maybe was it Shadowbringers? I don't know. But you'd have to do each one individually. Whereas at least in here, it's like I can jump in. Oh, I can go do COP, or I can go do TOAU, or I can go do this. The only thing that's really tied into all of them where you have to get through is Rhapsody of Vana'diel. So the nice thing about 11 is you can kind of do what you want. It's not anywhere near as linear as 14 is. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Late night. Plus, like I said, I've not been feeling great today. I wish, those last few high tier battles would have gone better, because like definitely cleared them before, but I don't know. Given a struggle, it happens sometimes when you're doing VD. If you just want to make clears and you're going for items, typically you're better off sticking with D, because D at least guarantees item drop. So if you're going for that, typically VD is better if you're trying to farm for like, you know, Betsu and Plutons and all that stuff. But alright guys, I'm gonna go hit the sack. Hope you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel, and may you guys have success in all you do. Oh, use the